Hi and welcome to a first tutorial looking at the new graphical builder for Narratory. We're going to build a Hello World application, and we're going to start right away by creating a new project. And we're going to name it Hello World and choose the empty template. And once that is done, we're going to create our first bot initiative in the narrative, and we're going to call it greeting. Now, and the only thing that's going to happen here is that the bot is going to say hi to the user. And over here where we define how what this bot turn is going to do, we change the type of the bot turn to a reply, which makes it output only, and we say hello there. And we can also add a secondary greeting by copy-pasting this if we want, and say hi as well. And then we're going to create our second bot turn, which is going to be executed after this first one in sequence. So here we're going to call it query mode, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to ask the user, how are you doing? And here we're going to use our first user turn, which allows the user to answer to this question. And this turn takes an intent and a bot reply. So the intent, there's none available right now. So let's head over and create our first intent in the intent section. And these intents, they map one-to-one to the Dialogflow intents that are created behind the scenes. So this is using machine learning, aka AI, to parse the user's input. But in this case, we're going to stay simple and create doing well intent, which simply is going to have a few keywords for doing for what the user might reply here. So good, well, and great. And we're going to create, we're going to duplicate this and create the opposite, so doing bad. And here we're gonna again gonna add a few synonyms. So not good, not great, and we might wanna use the negated version of not well as well, since we added well over here. So with that, we can head back to the narrative, and we can see that now it's populated this drop down with our two intents. So that's great. We're going to copy paste this user turn, and one of them is going to catch doing well and the other one is going to catch doing bad. And for doing bad, we're simply going to use a reply, and we're going to say I'm sorry to hear. It's hard to type and talk at the same time. And for doing well, we're going to actually ask a question back to the user. We're going to ask, oh really? Sounds great. Did anything special happen today? Alright, and now we're gonna use another user turn to catch the answer on this question. But in this case, we're not gonna use an intent. We're simply gonna catch anything that they say here and reply with a somewhat generic answer of I see. That sounds good. Okay, so with that, we can create our third and final bot initiative, which we just call goodbye. And here we just say bye, thanks for now. And that's actually everything that we're going to do in terms of the bot design. We're going to have these three bot turns, and they're going to be executed in order. And in order to build and test this, you use these buttons down here. But it says here that we have to add Google credentials in settings in order to build our agent. So here you need to have a Dialogflow project and a credentials file that goes with that project. And you supply that in settings by pasting in the credentials over here. There's a link to a video, so I'm not going to go into how to create those credentials. But I'm simply going to paste in the credentials that I had, since before here, so I'm going to paste that in, head back to the workspace, and now we can see that we can actually press the build button here, which is going to create the Dialogflow agent and eventually train it as well. And once that is done, we can start a new session with our agent over here in this chat widget. So this should only take a few seconds. And now we can press start, and we can start by saying, I'm doing good. And here we get our follow-up question. And remember, it doesn't matter what we say here, so we can just say, no, not really. And then we're going to get the answer, and then it's going to end the session. Now, if we start again, and we say, not great, it's going to reply, I'm sorry to hear, and then head over to the last term. So this is, of course, what we programmed the bot to do. So this concludes the Hello World demo for this new Narratory graphical builder. So thank you so much for watching, and we will add more tutorials showing more advanced behavior very soon. Thank you. Bye.